Okay, so you've probably heard all this UAP buzz lately.
Right, who hasn't?
But this time, it feels different.
Yeah.
It's not just grainy videos this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about people in the government, actually coming forward.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is next level stuff.
Yeah, it's whoa.
Remember those Pentagon videos?
Yeah, a few years back.
Everyone was freaking out. It felt huge at the time. Then the official reports came out.
But the government actually admitting.
Saying, yeah, okay, there's something out there.
Yeah.
But the details were,
super vague.
Yeah, super vague.
And I think that's why this new stuff feels different. It's not, are UFOs real anymore? It's okay if the government knows more than they're letting on. What else are they not telling us? What kind of tech are we talking about here? It feels like a whole new conversation.
Right. And it's about time. And, at the center of all of this is David Grush.
Oh, yeah, Crush.
And it's important to remember, this isn't some random guy on the internet. We're talking former intelligence official. This is someone who knows things. And he testified under oath before Congress.
Oh, in front of everybody.
And said that the U.S. government has a massive UAP program.
Massive.
Possibly even with recovered non-human tech.
Yeah. Wow.
But it gets weirder.
Oh, yeah.
So enter Michael Shellenberger.
Okay.
Who's this investigative journalist. He's all about exposing abuses of power.
Right, like government stuff.
This isn't some UFO guy. He follows facts.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that there's a new whistleblower with information about something called Immaculate Constellation.
Immaculate Constellation?
Yeah.
What is that?
So get this. It's potentially what's known as a black program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, how serious that is.
So for people who don't know, black programs are they're so secret. Most of the government doesn't even know they exist.
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that operates completely in the shadows.
And that's why this is so huge. Even if every single UFO thing turns out to be totally explainable, you're talking about programs that operate outside the law.
Yeah, this is Constitution-level stuff.
Yeah. And
according to Shellenberger's source, this Immaculate Constellation thing, it involves a secret database of UAP sightings. A database. And apparently it's way more extensive than anything we've ever heard about.
So there's even more information out there.
Exactly. More than even the government officially knows.
Oh, wow.
And here's where it gets really unsettling. There are reports of a U.S. F-22 fighter jet.
Okay.
So picture this, right? This pilot is up in the air, and suddenly he's surrounded by these UAPs. And the objects, they're described as engaging in dominance behavior.
Dominance behavior? What does that even mean?
I don't know. That phrase just sends chills down my spine.
Yeah, dominance behavior. That's not random. Are we talking military jargon here, or is this something totally different?
Something we don't even have words for yet?
Right.
And then there's the story about the glowing orange orb.
The what?
Glowing orange orb.
Okay.
So this orb apparently flew past this Navy ship, and the crew afterward, they reported feeling this, intense unease.
Oh, no.
This wave of dread just washed over them.
Really?
Yeah, and some even described it as a hypnotic effect.
That's creepy.
I don't know about you, but after hearing that, glowing orange orbs are definitely on my list of things to avoid.
Yeah, no thanks.
But seriously, though.
Yeah.
If even just seeing this thing for a second can do that to you, what happens with longer exposure?
That's what I want to know. What are the long-term effects?
Right.
We need way more research on this stuff.
And that brings us to another layer of all this.
Okay.
The term alien reproduction vehicles, or ARVs.
ARVs?
I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, just the name.
Right. But it's been linked to Immaculate Constellation.
Okay, so even if these things aren't real, why is this term popping up? Why would someone make that up?
It's like a giant flashing neon sign.
Right, look over here.
Exactly.
What else are they not telling us?
And you have to think about the people coming forward with this stuff. These people are risking their careers, their reputations, maybe even their lives.
Yeah, this is serious stuff.
So, we have these congressional hearings coming up in November. What should we even be looking for?
So even if they never say Immaculate Constellation, which, let's be real, they probably won't, pay attention to how they answer the questions. Do they seem like they're being coached?
Yeah, or reading from a script.
Exactly. Are they dodging questions about data, about these special access programs?
It's all about reading between the lines.
100%.
Body language, tone of voice.
It's all important.
It makes you think. If you were trying to leak something this big without causing too much of a stir, would you use these weird terms and stories?
Now, that is an interesting question.
Right.
This whole thing is so complex.
Yeah.
Disinformation, conflicting agendas, and then there's the whole "are we alone" question.
It's a lot.
It really is.
We're trying to figure this out just like you. But that's what makes it so fascinating, right?
Totally.
It's about asking the tough questions.
And being open to the possibility
That we might not like the answers.
or that the answers might be even weirder than we thought.
Exactly. It's like we're putting together a puzzle, but we've only got a few pieces.
And we're in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But maybe those shadows are important too, right?
That's what I'm thinking. We've got to look at the bigger picture here.
Exactly. This isn't just about some objects in the sky. This is about what it means to be human.
Whoa. Right?
Like, what if we're not at the top of the food chain? What if there's stuff out there way beyond what we even imagine?
And what about the people in charge? What if they're hiding things from us? It makes you think of, like, all those other times when people in power kept secrets.
Right. Like, think about Galileo.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was crazy for saying the Earth went around the sun.
And now look at us.
Exactly. The point is, we got to keep an open mind. Question everything.
Which brings us back to those congressional hearings. You really think they're going to give us any real answers?
I don't know about that, but I'll be listening closely to what they say and what they don't say.
Yeah, it's all about reading between the lines, right? Exactly. And remember, this isn't just about finding out the truth. It's also about shaping public opinion.
So how much are they really going to tell us?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right, because on the one hand, they don't want to cause a panic.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, if they hide too much...
people are going to think they're hiding something.
Exactly. It's a tough balance.
It really is. And that's why we can't just sit back and wait for answers. We got to be proactive, do our own research.
Be skeptical.
Think critically.
Easier said than done right. I mean, this is some next level stuff.
True, but that's all the more reason to be vigilant. Ask yourself, who's giving you this information?
What are their motives?
Right. Are they trying to help you or mislead you?
We've got to be like detectives here.
Exactly. We're all in this together.
I like that.
We need to work together, share information, challenge the status quo.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll finally get some answers.
I hope so. Because this isn't just about UFOs anymore. It's about the future of humanity.
It's about our place in the universe.
And about the kind of world we want to live in.
And are we alone?
Now that is the question, isn't it?
This whole thing, it feels huge. Like something big is about to happen.
Yeah, right. Like we're about to pull back the curtain.
Yeah.
And see what's really going on.
Exactly.
And the best part is, we have no idea what's behind that curtain.
Right.
Is it aliens? Advanced tech? Or something even weirder?
Something we haven't even thought of.
Right.
That's what's so exciting about all this. We're not talking about theories anymore.
Yeah.
Or blurry photos and videos. This is real.
100%.
Government cover-ups. People risking their lives to tell the truth. Technology that could change everything.
It's like we're living in a science fiction movie.
I know, right?
Except it's actually happening.
But like any good sci-fi story, it's not just about the aliens and spaceships. It's about the big questions.
What does it all mean?
Exactly.
Why are we here? What's the point of it all?
Right. Like, what does it even mean to be human if we're not alone in the universe?
It makes you think.
It really does. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all this?
That's easy. Never stop asking questions.
I like that.
Stay curious. Stay skeptical. And don't be afraid to challenge the status quo.
Because the truth is out there.
Somewhere.
Maybe someday we'll look back on all this, and it'll be the moment when everything changed.
The moment we finally figured it out.
Exactly. Until then, keep looking up. Keep those minds open. And we'll be back next time to dive into the next mystery.
And so, Carl, here's the $1 million question. Do you believe that a higher form of non-human intelligence has visited this planet?
Right. So non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity. This interaction is not new, and it's been ongoing. And there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that.